Hey plant people, thank you so much for stopping by. We have got another unboxing today and it is from TheGreenEscape. I have ordered from them many times. They are an Etsy shop. I ordered a few plants from them, their starter plants, because they were doing a sale. I don't know if this is a sale that they always have going on, but it's you buy 8 of their starter, or any plants, I guess. But I've got predominantly starter plugs and they give you 35% off. So every plant that I'm going to show you is between like $10 and $15. The pros of buying plants in this like starter plug form is that they are much more cost efficient and you're able to get a larger variety of plants for the same price as you would get like one mature plant. The downside is it does take quite a while for them to get established and to grow out. So if you're looking for something that's kind of like an instant, you know, more mature plant, this is probably not the option for you. But if you're willing to be a little bit more patient and take a little bit extra time to grow them out from that really small form, you do save a good bit of money by doing it this way. I will say, if my energy seems kind of wonky today, it is because both my boyfriend and myself have been very sick over the past like week and a half, and he's feeling much better, but initially he was the one that was feeling really bad. And I only had mild cold symptoms, so I was like very surprised because normally I'm the one that gets really, really sick, and he's the one that gets the more mild symptoms. But then after my mild symptoms, it really like escalated and I felt really bad the last few days. I ordered these when I was feeling like not as bad. And if you order from TheGreenEscape before, like, you know, they ship so fast. So by the time these have got here, which is today, I do not feel good at all. But I've got to open them and I wanted to do this for a video. So we are just going to get through it. So we are going to go ahead and open her up. A couple of the species that I got are going to be a little bit of a project. I'm going to show you how I get these guys established. Because I've talked about this in a previous video, how I kind of like set them up, and it's pretty easy. But I figured it'd be a little bit more helpful to go ahead and do a video where I do actually get them set up so you guys can see. And I've always had really good luck with TheGreenEscape with like packaging and everything, so you can see it's very well packaged. They have a layer of paper just to keep everything in here well, and there are little packages. And I did get 8 plants, so oh, that one's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and these are big. Okay. I'm just gonna move this box out of the way. We're gonna start with this bigger one because this is one of the ones that I want to do the project with. So we can talk about that a little bit. Oh gosh, this tape. Also, I've always had good luck with TheGreenEscape too, where if you get a plant and it's damaged or it's not in good condition, they've always replaced it for me without much of a fuss. So this, let me see which one this is. Okay, I had to look it up. So this is the Platyserium elephantoidus, and this is a staghorn fern variety. These are so cool. Like, I have just totally fallen in love with Platycerium. I have the 2 species that I currently have mounted, and then I have a duplicate of one of those, the Platycerium Netherlands, that I have in kind of like a hanging planter also. So the project, obviously, with you now knowing what this is I want to mount them. So I've got this one and I got one other one, which I guess we can go ahead. Yeah, we go ahead and open it. This one is much smaller, as you can see from this packaging. But so honestly, I don't know if we can mount this yet. We may be able to. So I thought it would be fun to show you how I mount staghorn ferns, and it is so easy. I'll have to, probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Goodwill in the next few days whenever I feel up to it and get just some kind of like piece of wood. They have a lot of times like the decorative like shelving or pieces of wood or whatever that you can get for super cheap. And I just use those to mount this with, because normally they already have like a hanger attached to it where I can just like put it up on a nail on the wall or something like that. So I've got this guy, and we will be mounting him and this other one that I'm about to open in an upcoming video, but these are just so fulfilling. They're so much fun to grow. And it's so interesting when they start going and their like shield fronds start growing and they just look so cool. This is a juvenile one, obviously. Like I said, these are primarily starter plants. But when they get established, I'll put a picture on the screen. They just look absolutely incredible. And I have a blank space on my wall between my hanging, the Platyserium Netherlands that's in a hanging pot, and the ones that I have mounted. So I figured I'd put these on like 2 small pieces of wood in between there. So that is the first one. This next one is a Platyserium Holtumi, I believe is how you pronounce it. And this one seems quite small from this packaging. Let's see. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's so tiny. Oh, that's so funny. You can like barely see it. It's so tiny. Okay, let me get her unwrapped a little bit. This is what she looks like right now. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your entire life? Like, that is so precious. Honestly, I know it seems like crazy, like maybe I should wait to mount this, but I kind of want to mount this just like on a little tiny baby piece of wood. I think that would be so cute to have this guy mounted and to just watch it grow out of this super tiny form. Like, that is just the most precious thing that I've ever seen in my life. So that is obviously like not much to look at right now, but I will again put a photo on the screen of what this will look like when it is actually mature, which will take probably several years to get to that point. But I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm just kind of like a sucker for these right now, and just like thinking about being able to watch them grow over time and develop into this like really big, like magnificent looking like artwork almost. So there is that one. Let me see, what else did I get? Oh, I got some Synapsis. And that's kind of, so I got this one. This one's like a wild card. I got 3 Anthurium starter plugs and 2 Synapsis. Let's open the Synapsis first, and I'll do the wild card last. I have been, another one that I've been super into lately is Synapsis. Like, never in my past have I cared a bit about Synapsis, because I had one that I had gotten from like Home Depot or Lowe's or something a while ago. Like, this was one of my very first plants that I had ever gotten, and it just grew really crazy because I had it trailing instead of having it like climbing up a pole. And while I think that's okay in some cases, in this case, it was just a total mess. Like, all the leaves were super tiny and it looked just absolutely crazy. So eventually I was just kind of neglecting it because it wasn't my favorite, and it ended up dying, and I just never really was into Synapsis after that. But then I got this one, which is my Synapsis Jade Ora variegated, and I put this one on a pole, and the way that this climbs the pole, I am absolutely obsessed. Like, I just cannot get over how gorgeous this looks. Like, the way the leaves just kind of like hang down and the curvature, just absolutely gorgeous to me. So I've been totally obsessed with all the different species of Synapsis right now. And the 2 that I got from TheGreenEscape are more, I guess, not like ultra common, but not necessarily like rare varieties. The first one is the Silver Lady. This is one of my favorites from the beginning when I started getting into Synapsis again. I love the minimal speckling of the darker portion of the leaf. You can see it a little bit more on this older leaf down here, but I think it is just so beautiful. And again, you've got that characteristic of the Synapsis, this like very curved side and the side that's a little bit flatter. But just everything, the leaf texture, how sparkly the silver is, the growth pattern when you get them on a pole, just totally stunning to me. And that Synapsis that I have on the pole, the Jade Ora variegated, has literally been one of my ultimate favorite plants recently. Like, that's the one that I'm watching all the time to see when it puts out new leaves and what the variegation is going to look like and all that. So I'm excited to have this. I will be putting these on a pole. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and do that immediately or if I'm going to wait a little while, because they're so small right now. I don't know if it's beneficial to go ahead and get them on the pole. I guess I could. I don't see I don't see how that would negative. Yeah, it probably is a better idea to go ahead and get them on a pole. So I'll probably do that before too long. The next one is going to be the Synapsis Silver Hero. And this one is a very minty, silvery colored one. I don't have any of the ones that are just totally silver like this, but I saw this one. This one and the Silver Lady are two of the ones that I kept like going back to that I was really attracted to. So I'm super excited to watch both of these get bigger, especially once I get them up the moss pole and they start sizing up like that. That's when they just like really, really are stunning. All right, y'all, let's get into these Anthuriums. So the first one is an Anthurium Dark Phoenix crossed with a Magnificum. And I do have both of these plants individually, but this was literally like $10. And it's just really hard when you're already making an order to like pass up such a good cross for 10 bucks. I mean, Magnificum is pretty common, but Dark Phoenix, I really love Dark Phoenix. That's one of my favorite ones. And with these like very tiny starter plugs of these Anthurium, typically they look very similar in this stage. So while you don't really see much of the characteristics of the parent plants in this form, when they get bigger, you will start seeing them. So that is that one. That's just a cute little guy. I may actually put those in like a cup, like a plastic cup with another cup on top to kind of keep the humidity a little bit higher while they're in this really small form. This next one, again, very small baby, is going to be a red Gunzel. And this is one that they had a while ago that I really wanted, but when I went back to purchase it, they were sold out. So I was like, I'm definitely going to snatch this guy up while they still have him in stock, because I really, really love this one. The last one, this one feels a little bit bigger. Although I don't know like what that really means. It's probably still going to be pretty unremarkable at this point. But it is, like, to me it's so much fun, like when you get them at this very small, sorry y'all, hopefully you can hear me over the, oh no, he came out. So this one, that is unfortunate. I may email them about this one, I'm not sure. He just like fell totally out of his little pot. But this is an Ace of Spades. So this is the Indonesian version of an Ace of Spades. And again, looks pretty much the same as the other ones. But it does have pretty healthy roots. Like its roots look like they're in good condition. They're very green and thick. So it may be fine. I'm probably going to put it in sphagnum moss and perlite. And put it in like one of those plastic cup combos. And that should be fine for him. Anthuriums typically are pretty resilient as long as their roots are in good condition. So as long as you have some healthy roots left on there, even if the leaves die back, you can normally put them in like a humidity dome, or like I like to take the two like plastic cups and just put them on top of each other to create a humidity foam, and put them in some perlite and sphagnum moss, and they'll normally come back. Like even if they die down to just the stump or just like the beginnings of the stump, if it's a baby plant, they'll normally grow back from that. Okay, and this is my wild card. So this is a Homolamina marble, or it was like Indonesian marble or something. And you can actually see the variegation on this. So I was, you know, normally in the reviews on Etsy, people will like leave photos of what they've gotten. And it looked like from those photos, a lot of them, like you could not see initially the variegation on them at all. Because this is supposed to have kind of like a minty green variegation to it. And you can actually kind of see it on here a little bit, which is surprising. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but it looks just like a little bit of a difference in the coloration. I love Homolamina so much. Like Homolamina and Schismatoglottis are so cool to me. They're almost like an alocasia, but like a little bit different. You know, they have a little zestier, a little bit extra oomph to them. And this one, from the photo, the TheGreenEscape, they'll normally provide a photo of like a mature plant, what it will typically look like in the future if it, you know, survives and grows out. And this one was so beautiful. So it has these kind of like dusty pink petioles. And then the leaves themselves are kind of like a yellow variegated, like not Aurea. It's like a yellow mint almost. And this is much larger than what I thought it was going to be. And I didn't think you would be able to see the variegation, but you can. So that one I'm really excited for, actually, to see this one mature and that variegation develop a little bit more. I love the color of the petioles. I don't think it's really coming across well on the camera, but they're such like a light, dusty pink. It's just really beautiful, especially in combination with that like kind of like yellowish variegation once it gets more mature. It's gonna be so pretty. All right, y'all, so that is the entire unboxing. That is everything that I got from TheGreenEscape this last time. Very good experience, as always. Everything was packaged really well, and in some cases much larger or better than what I expected, which is typically what I experience with them. Hopefully in the next few days I will be feeling better and I'll be able to do a little bit more of an in-depth video, because I do have a couple of videos planned that I want to do coming up. But thank y'all so much for bearing with me and tuning in for this video. If you like this video and you want to see more content like this from me, please like, please subscribe. It means so much to me and does so much for my channel. I appreciate y'all so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.